In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use Claude Code to create any kinds of diagrams within seconds. You guys probably have been using Figma or other tools to create pretty diagrams. But here's the problem. When you create diagrams with Figma, you need to create it all manually, connecting nodes one by one. And AI cannot understand the flow of the flowchart or any diagrams that it created. You need to take a screenshot or download the diagram as an image and then put it to AI, which is not 100% accurate. Tools like Figma are great, but they're not the AI-centered diagramming tool. The AI native tool for diagramming in this era is Draw.io, which is a code-based diagram generation tool that AI can create, read, and edit the diagrams. So you don't need to create diagrams by connecting nodes by yourself. You prompt it to AI, and AI is going to create the diagrams for yourself. And you can edit the diagrams, and AI can also scan the diagram by looking at the code to understand the diagram. And that means that Draw.io diagram is going to be the visual bridge between humans and the AI to understand the same concept. By using Draw.io, human or AI can create the diagrams, and you can also manually edit the diagram, and then AI can read it, and AI can understand the flow, and AI can understand the diagram. So let me show you how it works. So what you need to do first is you need to go to Claude Code, and I am using Windsurf to have my code set up, but you can use Visual Studio Code or Cursor or any other coding tool, and you would need to go to the extension and type in Draw.io. So here you can find the first one, which is called Draw.io integration, and I already installed this, but you can install it yourself. So this is basically going to help you open the Draw.io diagram inside Visual Studio Code or Cursor. Let me just show you how it works, and this is very simple. So you just open Claude Code and you'll type in. So I actually created a document to represent my content strategy for YouTube, and I will be creating the diagrams for this content strategy using Claude Code. So let me just tag this file. So first I'll tell Claude to propose me with the diagrams that we should create to help visualize this document. So I am gonna just ask Claude to come up with the visualizations that we can have for this document. So let's see what this responds with. So it recommended me with a sim lane diagram, flowchart, decision flow, Gantt chart. So I am not going to go ahead and create all of them. So I'm gonna select maybe the swim lane diagram, looks sick, and a flowchart and Gantt chart because I want to see how it looks like. So let me switch the model to Summit, should be fine. So great. We create a Draw.io file for each of the diagram. I just want number 1, 2, and 7. So you never need to touch the diagram, and you only need to just prompt Claude to create diagrams. And that's all you need to do. So here what's happening is that I made a skill inside Claude Code, which is a special set of prompts that Claude will automatically activate when a certain situation, like creating a diagram, is happening. I set this Claude Code so that it activates this skill every time it tries to generate a Draw.io diagram. So I'm gonna create another video to explain more about skills. Please leave a comment in this video if you want more explanation about skills. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. So it is now creating a diagram. So let's skip until that finishes. now Claude has finished creating diagrams using the skill. So let me see where it created the file. So it created three diagrams as I prompted. So let me see how that works. So if you prompt Claude to create a draw.io file, it will just create a file like this. And if you open it, and if you have the extension, you can open this draw.io diagram directly in code editor. Actually, as you can see, the background is black. However, all the arrows are in black, so they are like overlapping, and I don't like it. So what you can do is you can actually tell Claude Code to change this. So can you change the color of the text to black if they are in color nodes, and if they are behind, if they're on the background, the text color to white, and also change the arrows color to white. So you can easily update all of these diagrams and its setting by just simply prompting to Claude instead of you manually changing color, just like you need to do in Figma. Okay, now Claude has finished editing the files. And as you can see, the arrow is in white color, and then the text on the background is in white. This is the swim lane diagram. And as you can see, the diagram is super clean. And the good thing about using Claude Code to generate diagrams is that when you, let's say, start another chat and mention this file and explain what this file diagram shows. So good thing about it is that Claude Code can actually scan this diagram as code, not as image, but as code. So it has 100% accurate understanding of what this diagram is. So this is going to be the visualization and the visual bridge between you, us, the humans, and AI to understand the same concept. So as you can see, it is explaining the diagram accurately. So let's see other charts. So this is a flowchart, and as you can see, the flowchart is also looking pretty clean. And we have Gantt chart, and this has been created in a matter of like 5 or maybe 10 minutes, where if you create this manually, it would have been taking hours. So this is the power of Claude Code. And of course, you can manually edit these fonts. You can directly type in any letters inside nodes, obviously, and you can move them around just like you do in Figma. The only difference is that this is code-based. So all of these are in the backend. All of these are represented as code. And you can see here, all of these nodes and arrows are represented as code like this, and AI is going to read these code, and then humans are going to be reading the actual visualization. That's why AI is able to create, edit, and understand the diagram, while humans can also interact with it just like you do in Figma. So this is how you can use Claude Code to create diagrams. If you like this video, please subscribe and like this video, and comment in this video to let me know what contents I should create for you guys and what you want to know.